It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Hurts throwing right away. It's caught by Jackson. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Coleman has it here right side. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
They run on first down with Jackson. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run again with Jackson. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
Here's Hurts to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Slot man moves right. On the give, here comes Jackson. Room here to run. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. 46 yards. And the Eagles are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now a play fake here on first down. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll try the left side. Luke. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. This one complete to Coleman. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Luke able to slither by. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The slot man in motion right. And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
With the score, Eagles 7, Giants 3.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Throwing is Hurts. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
We saw these guys have some big plays in their wild card win last week, and they're certainly going to need to continue to put up plays like we just saw there if they hope to continue to move on in these playoffs.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now a give, it's Jackson. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 67 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Hurts. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Giants are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. That's complete. It's Neighbors. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Now back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Sharp. Oh, what a move. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a 1st down as well.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Absolutely nowhere to go with the football, and he's just going to put this one in the Hudson River. Maybe he's a little fortunate he didn't get called for grounding because that one was well over everyone's head.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free. Down.
1 1st down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. On the return, it's Rodgers. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now instead, a run up the middle here. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Returnable here from the 38. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They go play action here on 1st down. And this is caught. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there. 38 yards. And the Giants have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39, so solid starting field position. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Deonte Banks with it. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception, tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Let's go now.
On 1st down, Luke. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Alert! Alert!
They'll keep it on the ground. Luke. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. But now he appears to be in some pain. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Come on, set! Go!
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gibbs. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
Here's 2nd and 8. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick here is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll have time for 1 play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
19 tight. 19 tight. Here we go. Set.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Watkins. They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. Second down. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Up the middle they go. Luke gets past one man. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
79.
On play action, they'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Panther 11, Panther 11. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Street, street.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. That one taken in by Neighbors. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Buffalo 18. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Go.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Result of the play is a turnover on down.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
73.
He'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
They'll keep it on the ground. Luke. And he's got some space here. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 93 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half. You've got the lead. You're looking at moving on to the conference championship. And he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone, but the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. There's a short one caught by Johnson. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way, work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. Back to throw here. Throw left side complete. That's Coleman. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And now we'll get a delay here as they try to give themselves a little more room for the punt. I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
And they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
Now for the point after. And the lead is now 13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35.
At their own 36-yard line.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start here with Jackson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
His throw incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
2 yards to go, 2nd down. They run the counter. Luke, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame him?
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
That's a ball he needs to let go of there. Wasn't the most time in the world to work through his progression, but NFL quarterbacks, they've got a sense to pressure. They've got that internal clock, and the ball has to be gone. And if you're not going to escape and run for it, you have to let it go before the pressure gets to you and puts you on the ground.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Reload! Go!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. From the gun, it's Hurts. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
They'll run on 1st down. Luke, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. Luke. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. They're going to look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this 4th quarter. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a 1st down on that effort. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
Hey, Silver.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Giants will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defensive side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one up.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jalen Carter, his 2nd sack of the night.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
2nd and long. Going for the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And this throw will be intercepted. Down the right sideline. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Giants are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Throwing deep here for Coleman. It's caught inside the 25. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. It's a big play for the Giants on 3rd down. 55 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Quez Watkins from 13 yards out. And the Giants continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this, and that's caught inside the 30, and all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Giants season will continue at least another week as we say so long, everybody.